Am I the jerk for not letting my husband buy a house for his ex and kids? His ex and kids hate me, and I'm not fond of them either. They all think I'm the reason they can't get back together, even though she's the one who cheated, and I didn't meet him until he was in the middle of their divorce negotiations. His kids are rude to me, and when I was pregnant with our first child, they told me I should hurry and get an abortion before it's too late. Anyway, during the divorce negotiations, my husband voluntarily gave up the paid-off house so that his kids wouldn't have to move schools. He agreed to pay child support beyond what the courts would have imposed, and his alimony amount is more than her salary. In return, she agreed to not sell the house or move until the youngest is 18. Something happened, and she sold the house and moved into an apartment. This past weekend, he came and asked if I would object to him buying her another house because she's missing out on her time with the kids. They refused to stay in her cramped apartment. I said no, and that she needs to live with the consequences from her bad decisions. He begged, but I stood my ground. I reminded him that we have a child together and another on the way. Any money he spends on his ex is taking away from their future. He argued that his kids need a home, and I countered that they each have their own rooms in our house. Even though I can't stand them, I can be an adult and tolerate them if it means he doesn't buy his ex a house. He said it'll be in our names, but I countered that interest rates are high and the housing market in our area is crashing, so we'll lose money if we buy a house now, which in turn will affect our children's future. His ex reached out to his parents, and now they're on my case about making their grandkids homeless. It feels like everyone is making me out to be the wicked stepmother, and I'm the crazy one. I can't be the only one to think it's crazy for a husband to buy his ex a house. Update, good morning. I saw several common questions, so I'll answer them here. No one is sure why she had to sell the house. My husband and her argued for weeks after it was already done. I've heard several reasons, but I didn't include them because I don't know which is the accurate one. All we know for sure is that she doesn't have much left after the sale. The house was fully paid off with no liens. He transferred full ownership to her, so she was solely responsible for the taxes and maintenance. His kids have been living with us for a month, and we've settled into a silent routine. I don't try to mother them, and they ignore me. We provide them with the same food we eat and whatever else they need. My husband parents them. The low-end price of a house in our area and within their schools is about $300,000 right now. I can deal with the situation until they're all 18 and out of the house if it means we're not spending at least $300,000. My husband and I make about the same. We have our joint account and separate accounts. If he does buy her another house, it will only be with his money, so it won't affect my financially. However, what if he loses his job soon afterwards, have an accident where he can no longer work, or any of the other reasons I don't want to happen but have to plan for our children? They had an agreement and she broke it, but there's nothing my husband can really do about it at this point. He can't sue for full custody because the kids are already living full-time with us. He's not paying child support since they are, and she's not arguing about that. He can't sue her for the house or money she doesn't have.